Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood. Now it's 6.
Now at 6, the push to move NASA headquarters to Central Florida is gaining traction. The bill just introduced to Congress.
Plus, a warning you definitely need to know about. A woman is out of car and $21,000. Turns out the used car she bought was reported stolen. First, though, breaking news. News 6 sending this video from Sky 6 as Ocoee police search for a missing 90-year-old woman missing from her assisted living facility. Glad to have you with us tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Matt Austin.
I'm Ginger Gadsden. Ocoee police tell us the woman you're about to see, Shirley Anderson, walked out of her Inspired Living assisted facility in Ocoee on Tommen Boulevard at some point between 11 last night and earlier today. If you see her or know where she is, you're asked to call Ocoee police at the number you see on your screen right there. But take a good look at her picture and share it on Facebook or any social media platform that you can. And we want to go ahead and get you right out to News 6's Troy Campbell. He is live there in Ocoee tonight where they are searching. Troy.
Yeah, Ginger, right now we're standing right next to the 429 in Ocoee, and the reason for that is because moments ago we watched as the Orange County Sheriff's Office searched this retention pond. So let's take a look at some of the video we captured. You can see a Sheriff's Office boat at the scene. Investigators, again, searching for 90-year-old Shirley Anderson. The Ocoee Police Department says she went missing from Inspired Assisted Living Facility. Now, that facility is just a short walk from this location where we're standing now. Law enforcement says the last time she was seen was last night at around 11 o'clock. Again, investigators say she's believed to be wearing a blue sweater and dark gray pants. At this point, it is unclear if investigators will begin searching in other areas of around here in Ocoee. There are several bodies of water, and again, anyone with information on her whereabouts is urged to contact Ocoee police. Live in Ocoee, Troy Campbell, getting results, News 6.
Troy, I hope we have really good news on this story later on. Thank you. And as we get more information, we will bring it to you on clickorlando.com and on our News 6 mobile app.
Turning now to a major scam that has left one woman $2,000 poorer.
Deputies call it a clone car, a vehicle with a fake VIN from another car. And this afternoon, News 6 has uncovered dozens of them are seized in Central Florida every year. Investigator Lewis Bolden found out they are hard to spot, but there are ways you can protect yourself and keep this from happening to you. Lewis.
Yeah, Ginger, most people know your VIN is right here on the dash. And investigators tell me in some cases, crooks will take off the entire windshield in order to get to that and change it. There's another place. It is located right inside the driver's side door panel, right in there. And in this case, both of these were faked. Now, detectives are still trying to find the man who sold Sosa the car, but because he used a fake name and she paid in cash, it is nearly impossible. Matt and Ginger.
That's tough. Besides that, paying in cash, Lewis, it's kind of a frustrating story to see because it seems like she did most things right. She even went to the DMV.
Yes, she did, and it got right past the DMV, but that just goes to show you how thorough these crooks are. But that is the best takeaway from this story is if you are buying a used car from a person, have them meet you at the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office can spot the fakes, and I don't think any crook will be willing to meet you at the sheriff's office. So if somebody tells you they can't do that, you know you were about to get hustled.
Oh, I like that. And at the sheriff's office, a lot of times they have a camera pointing, so you at least would have a visual representation of who that person is. Even if they
you'd have to be pretty bold to do that.
Yeah, Lewis, thank you. Great advice. Well, if you're in the market for a car, there are some things you can do to try to keep yourself safe. Make sure you're buying from a trusted dealership. Check for signs of VIN tampering, like uneven stickers or VIN plates.
And most importantly, if a deal, it probably is. And if you think you've seen a clone car for sale, call the police right away. And we have a question for you. Have you dealt with a clone car scheme? Do you have more questions about protecting your VIN? Just head over to Click Orlando, search for this story. The homepage. Inside the story, you'll also find a form where you can share your experience and we can see if we're able to help you get results.
We suffered an EF2 almost hit Sanford today. So, we need to recover these funds.
The same day a tornado hit Seminole County, the city of Sanford took action to hopefully claim millions of dollars needed after a different disaster. Since 2022, the city has been trying to get FEMA to reimburse them for the damage done to the marina by Hurricane Ian. But staff members say the tone of recent meetings they've had with the agency has been, quote, disappointing and concerning. News 6 reporter Catherine Silver is in Sanford looking at how the city hopes to get results.
It has been 2.5 years since Hurricane Ian changed Sanford's marina, and yet docks are still damaged. Slips where boats could once be parked have disappeared. You could say this riverwalk has been rebuilt in many ways since 2022, but the marina, a symbol of Sanford, so close to downtown and so central to the city's history and economy, is not the same marina we once knew. Our News 6 team documented the damage when back-to-back hurricanes hit.
We'll have a snorkel.
Almost everyone is back on their feet, but the $18 million reimbursement the city needs from FEMA to repair what hasn't been fixed, they still don't have.
So essentially what they told us is they want to start over.
Assistant City Manager Craig Radsack says they want to start mending the marina to make it as it once was, but they're relying on FEMA for the funds. At a meeting this week, he told commissioners that FEMA's crews want to visit the site again, and it's likely they will offer less money than what's needed for the restoration.
All in favor?
That vote is a green light to hopefully get results. Commissioners have hired a firm that specializes in FEMA claims with the hope they can get the full amount.
We're looking at getting, a nice amount of reimbursement, but their hourly rates are really expensive.
A costly choice, but one they believe will be worth it to close a chapter 2.5 years later. In Sanford, Catherine Silver, Getting Results, News 6.
We reached out to FEMA to ask for their insight. They sent us a statement saying they look forward to receiving the engineering design and cost information they requested, and they are committed to working with Sanford.
Developing tonight, we're learning the first ever person arrested for unlawful re-entry in Florida was arrested in Central Florida. So according to the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, Felipe Hernandez Chavarria was arrested in Florida by Fish and Wildlife for trespassing. In jail, deputies found out he was in the country illegally and had previously been deported in 2019. He is now being charged with unlawful re-entry, and that is a new felony charge in the state of Florida.
Well, just in at 6, the push to move NASA headquarters to Cape Canaveral just got official. Now, Florida Senators Ashley Moody and Rick Scott filing a bill called the Consolidating Aerospace Programs Efficiently, or Cape Canaveral Act, which would move NASA headquarters from Washington, D.C. to right here in Central Florida. Moody and Scott say the move will save Americans tax dollars and encourage more coordination with private space companies. Meanwhile, live on our Space Coast, this is a look at the Falcon 9 rocket with the Dragon capsule on top. It is set to send 4 astronauts into space and bring back 4 astronauts, including 2 Starliner astronauts who had been stuck in space since last summer. The launch was supposed to go off last night at 7:48, but it didn't go according to plan. I was there at Kennedy Space Center when the launch attempt was scrubbed just about 45 minutes before liftoff, all because of a problem with the hydraulic system used to control clamp arms holding that rocket in place while it's vertical on the launch pad, so you could see why that would be a problem. Tomorrow night's launch attempt is scheduled for just after 7 at 7:03. We'll bring you live coverage right here on News 6, as well as clickorlando.com and on our News 6 streaming app.
Hey, we still have a lot more ahead coming up on News 6 at 6. We're in March, and it's almost time for the madness.
So close, but it looks like the UCF Knights will be sitting it out once again. Our sports director has highlights from their time in the Big 12 tournament.
Plus, the fight between the city of Rockledge and the hospital system continues as the hospital announces they're no longer offering emergency services, and now the county is stepping in. Michelle.
And we have a total lunar eclipse happening early tomorrow morning and near record heat ahead. As we head into the weekend, of course, I'll have the details on all of that coming up in a bit.
You're watching News 6 at 6, getting results for Ponce Inlet, Leesburg, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Advent Health, helping the communities we serve to feel whole.
Tough situation because it's a private business.
Yeah.
They get to make decisions like that, but it does have a big impact on the community.
It
so you
certainly
can
does.
Yeah.
All right, meteorologist Michelle Morgan is in tonight for Jonathan Kegas. Michelle, what a beautiful day. And
Gorgeous.
what a good-looking forecast, right?
I know. You really couldn't ask for a better weather, especially with spring break happening this weekend. My son's on spring break right now, so we're feeling it this week.
So
but
mom's working, and he's tanning, living the life.
He's by grandma right now, living the life. Yes, you're right. But yeah, you know, today was a gorgeous day across Central Florida. We saw a high of 80 degrees in Orlando, Titusville at 79, 73 in Daytona Beach and Palm Coast, and 78 degrees in Ocala. So as you take a look at the water vapor imagery here, you're seeing a lot of orange over the state. That is just dry air aloft across our mid-levels in the atmosphere. So we're looking at some nice conditions as we head into the overnight hours, and I mean clear skies. So here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast for this evening.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
Temperatures will be in the lower 70s by 8, upper 60s by 9, and then overnight temperatures dipping into the lower 50s as we go through the overnight hours. Also, something very cool that will be happening early tomorrow morning. We will be experiencing a and of course, I have that forecast here. You may need a light jacket because totality begins at 2:26 a.m. So very early in the morning. So temperatures will be in the upper 50s and staying in the upper 50s throughout the entire event. And then totality ends at 3:31. And of course, as I mentioned, the skies will be nice and clear to view. Now, your forecast highs across Central Florida will be slightly above average in the lower 80s. Normally, we're supposed to be in the upper 70s. We'll be at 84 in Orlando, 83 in Kissimmee and Claremont, 75 in New Smyrna Beach, and 77 in Cocoa Beach. Now, I do want to talk about some weather that will be heading our way. As we take a look at your clouds and rain forecast, there will be a cold front that will be developing out to the west. We're at Saturday now in the afternoon. And then look at this. We're looking at some rain and then some embedded thunderstorms, and we could see severe weather out to the west over parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama Saturday night. That cold front will continue to get closer and closer to the peninsula. Now we're at Sunday afternoon. Still dry though, but we'll begin to see the clouds increase and also the winds pick up. And then we're looking at scattered rain and a few embedded thunderstorms moving through Central Florida Sunday night. We could potentially see a few downpours, but then Monday looks fine. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. If you're now tuning in, tomorrow 84 degrees, plenty of sunshine. We're looking at 89 degrees on Saturday, and we will be near record heat Saturday afternoon. Still sunny, breezy. On Sunday looks fine. The first half of the day will be nice and dry, but then rain chance is going up to 50% Sunday night into Monday. But look at that, Sunday we'll see a high of 90 degrees.
My goodness, spring break for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely a beach day.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Michelle.
Quickly, sports director Jamie Say is here. Jamie, a prime opportunity for the Magic.
And definitely, they're in the Big Easy tonight. New Orleans Pelicans preview of the game is on the way. Plus, our prep player of the week is a future Hurricane. But as we go to break, the former Miami Dolphin who graduated from New Smyrna Beach High School is headed to Las Vegas. Running back Raheem Mostert is reportedly signing with the Raiders.
Next ET, Brad Pitt gets hearts racing.
It was really good fun.
New scenes from F1, plus our night out with Jamie Foxx and Amanda Seyfried gets us hyped for
Mamma Mia 3 is happening.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on News 6.
Welcome back to News 6. The Magic's regular season ends 1 month from today with 16 games left. They're 8th in the Eastern Conference at the moment. They've got to take advantage of nights like tonight. The Magic tip off at New Orleans at 8. Zion Williamson and the Pelicans are 30 games below 500. It's a winnable game. Here's Paolo Banchero from the Big Easy this morning. Yeah, being on that Olympia team, because Olympia is one of the best baseball programs in Central Florida. That's phenomenal. Best of luck to Ethan going forward. It's pretty impressive that he committed to the Canes before he was in
high school.
Yeah,
love that.
Such a rash decision, my friend. You can catch more local news on your News 6 Plus Smart TV app. That's next.
We'll see you back here online at 6:30. Bye.